Back to it. Got some more Bloons tonight. We're almost there. I hope to God. Tonight, though, we have the lucky wine. Hopefully, wine will be our good luck charm. We can crack this out. Oh my! It seems that I am peaking quite a bit. Let's turn this down. Maybe that's better. Oh goodness gracious! It wants me to be very loud. Okay, that's a little bit better. Alrighty then. Quad. We could do it with the team. No. Well, actually, Ninja, Alchemist, and that's a good team setup. I don't know how in God's name we would start, but once you get going, that's actually a pretty decent team. As soon as I put down the Dart Monkey, it's like, oh, they're not teaming. I could probably do that on like a regular hard mode pretty easy. Alright, we made a few adjustments last time, which was nice. Happy Monday to you too. I'm doing alright. I'm a little disappointed because I have to go into work early tomorrow. I found out at the very end of the day. But we have an interview tomorrow morning. And that means I have to be in early to prepare for it. Round 8 again. Round 8 is becoming the new round 9. I think that we've really stabilized some of those early 40s. Yeah, my boss wants to do these as fast as possible, which means that this is just the first person we've scheduled, and he's saying that, you know, if he can schedule the other people, like later within the same day, he's gonna do it. Oh, nice. Are you enjoying it? Which, I'm guessing you've started on, like, some of the beginner maps and stuff, but this game is actually really fun to do co-op as well. If you have any friends you can get people to play it with you, that's always fun. If we finish up the chimps mode thing finally, I might switch to a few co-ops before I finish, because people are always jumping in here asking for co-ops. It's kind of wild. Right. Close enough. I bet you anything, someone we've never seen before is gonna pop in today, ask if I'll play co-op, and when I tell them that this could take a while, they're just gonna leave. I think that most of the people we've gotten into it, we've done by having them join co-ops, and they just kind of figure it out while everybody else is kind of supporting them. It's like, it's easier to remember what somebody did in a game you were playing than something you just saw on Twitch, I think. Possibly. Possibly. Oh, that's what that sound is. I was like, what is that noise? It's my cat licking himself behind me. He's being very puddly. And everything looks good so far. Ah, yeah. Just super loud grooming. That just sounds funny. Yeah, he's loud with like everything he does. Like even sleeping. He's the most snory animal I've ever had in the house. Grew up with mostly dogs, but none of them were particularly large snorers. Yeah, if he comes close, I'll kidnap him. You know, grab him from the ground and show him up, but he's the more cautious one about that. He doesn't want to be displayed. Very shy for a cat who is currently licking himself in front of me. Yeah, cats have much more interesting personalities than I thought as a kid. Again, we were a dog household, and I got a cat mostly because it was just kind of dropped in my lap, and I was like, you know, I can handle a cat. At the time, I was like, I can't really get a dog because, you know, I'm essentially living alone and I'm out a lot. I knew a dog wasn't a good idea. The cats have been very interesting, though. Yeah, I'm glad I got one. 2 even. Both of my cats were essentially taken off the streets. Yeah, dogs are a little harder in New York City, I imagine. I'm sure there's more dog-friendly areas. Yeah, a cat would just be easy. I don't get people who just let their cats, like, roam cities. Like, I get it a little more in suburban areas, but man, it scared the pants off me to let my cats outside in the city. Okay. Pickle. They destroy. Well, I didn't even think of it from that perspective, but yeah, that's another good reason, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Okay. 42. We give him the camo potion. That mostly fixes that round, and then we glue. Yeah, and we got some nice wine tonight. Lots of good things going on. Okay. And bouncing bullet. Bouncing bullet is just so crazy powerful. Something in my eye there or something. And we alchemize him. For even more insanity. Well, thank you, kangaroos are cool. Really appreciate that. Out of curiosity, Kanga, have you done any more consideration for the new thumbnail? I like how if you look at the sniper, he kind of closes one eye to shoot, but he's just closing his pupil somehow. The whites of his eyes are still exposed. Has anyone else ever noticed that? Does it bother anyone else? Just me again. Yeah, he's got his little eye closed, but his closed eye is his pupil. I tried to smoke one of your reds tonight, Kanga, while I was grilling, but I got about halfway through it, and it literally started pouring on me, and the cigar went out. Like a big fat droplet just hit right on the tip, and you could hear the tss. I was like, damn it. It's like a freaking cartoon. I got a little over halfway through it, though. It's still out there. I might try to relight it. I've ruined your life. Now you cannot not unsee things. It's okay, it goes away with time. Eventually you just find it humorous, but still annoying. It's like I'm amused, but also quite annoyed. Oh no. Oh. This monkey isn't as low replaceable as I was hoping. Just to make sure we have room. You know, the zebras count as frozen balloons. White balloons are frozen, and zebra balloons count as frozen and black balloons, which black balloons are explosion-proof for some reason. It's kind of weird. They like doing that thing where if you see a color on something, it's not arbitrary. It does. The only one that makes no sense is the final balloon of the game, the bad. It's purple, but it doesn't follow the purple balloon rules, which is that it's immune to energy attacks. Like everything else follows pretty much the color rules. Okay. Alright, we should be, like, upgrading this guy. Or something. At least this has been pretty smooth to this point. I feel like the strat that we changed last time is definitely more stable. Not going to have as many issues with 47, 50. 63 still has, like, that bizarre low chance of killing us, but I don't see that often enough for it to really matter. It happens, like, 1 out of 10 times, maybe. Got sharpening stones. Get it! Sure. 76 is nothing. This little set of 2 snipers here does so much work for making round 76 not an issue. a lot of people are very afraid of 76 and 78, and we don't really have problems with those rounds. Now, we do have problems with other rounds, you know. We're not round problemless. It's just that our rounds are different than other people's. Yeah, I think that we've really, again, stabilized a lot of these pre-80 rounds. A lot of the tinkering has been to make it so that we don't have to adjust so much each time we do it. Goodness. I wish we could afford just a little more before 91, but not really in the cards. That was a scary looking round for some reason. Yeah, I didn't get that sun avatar quite as low as I'd like to have, but he's not in bad position. It just could be better. Okay, now we get vision buff, which gives him a lot more range here. He's hitting up here, sitting down here. A lot of good stuff there. We'll give him one, and we'll shift him just slightly to the left so that he'll hit more of that map that we've unlocked. And we will pickle. Yeah, the teleport is really convenient, especially when I have 3 discount villages over here that make him a lot cheaper to buy. Like, a lot cheaper. Alright, so we've been doing glue down here. And we set this guy to close. We're just going to slow down. Now we just want to break it. I'll break that one. Oh no, two are broken at the same time. I hate when that happens. Okay, but at least we settled that up pretty well. Not bad, not bad at all. That went fairly well, all things considered. Okay. 90. We can actually afford Icicle Impale on 90, which is kind of weird. I don't know how we got here, but... we haven't been using it on 90, so we're just gonna... keep doing what we've been doing for that. What are you testing, Kanga? Testing Kanga stuff? Alright, now we've got Ice Impale. Which is a solid little boost in power. We're going to increase his range by a decent amount. Now he can see lots of edge. Oh, it's testing again. I don't know what you're testing, though. Wow, shot across the pond. Not bad. 93 usually requires this. Alright, Mom. We'll see you whenever you're ready. 93, we can re-pickle. We'll see, Gadian. We'll see. It's good to see you, though, Gadian. I hope you're having a good Gadian day. We have to re-genie. After this round, so... gonna be a little bit sparing with the cash there. Alright, so now we get 94 through 96. I don't think 94 was much of an issue. 95's been the issue. Maybe we'll just go ahead and... this side's gonna have the least CC. You're set to strong, but you should be on first for rounds that don't have DDTs. Damn it. Too many ZOMGs popped at the same time. Instead of popping one at a time, they're freaking all popping at once, and pandemonium is happening. like I don't know how to prevent that. How do you solve a problem like Maria? I mean, I think we need somehow more damage. Like, I don't know how to get more damage, but more consistent damage would go a long way there. Maybe that means not getting a genie on 91 anymore, since we can get the Icicle Impale on 91. We may even be able to increase its range. And then 91 won't be as hard. And then after that, 92 hasn't been much of an issue either. Although without a genie, you know, never know. But, you know, that one looks particularly less bad when 3 lanes are getting ice impaled. But if we could hold off on the genie for a little while longer, it would really open up, like, getting an extra bit of CC permanently. Something like an earlier boomerang or a glue gunner. Instead on 91, maybe we could drop some glue or something that, you know, is less expensive. Oh. Night vision. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm a little worried by how fast I drank this first glass of wine. It does not normally get drank that fast. I must like it. Luckily with wine, if you're going to be having it over the course of an entire evening from like 7 to midnight. It's pretty well portioned. There's about 4 glasses in that bottle, probably. Takes about an hour to completely metabolize one drink, so 2.5 are completely gone by the time you finish. Then you got like 1.5 left in you. And if you run out, you run out. I got my new box today, though, from Bright Cellars. I'm not sponsored by Bright Cellars, but I can give people a coupon code. And it would get me free wine. But Bright Cellars is pretty cool. It's like Wine Pandora. They send you 4 wines, you rate them, and they send you stuff based on your ratings. It's pretty cool stuff. I think it's cool. Maybe I'm the crazy one again. Ooh, that one pineapple got put behind the rest. That was the danger zone. Okay. He needs to be able to see camo. This little #1 popper of ours at the moment. Like a lot. Guy just holds the fort on his own for quite a bit of the early game. Let's see. Ooh, I thought we almost died to a red. That slipped past the pineapples, but I guess the sniper got it. You know what's not helping us much by the end of the game? The, second spike factory. The unalchemized spike factory. Tempting to experiment. Probably shouldn't, though. I mean, we are getting this for high value. Comes so discounted. Although instead, we could try a second middle path sniper. for the long term. You may be saying to yourself, don't you already get some of those? Like, several? You'd be right, technically speaking. We could have 3, though. If we had 3, we could also alchemize the sniper that has the stun. And then he would stun more. And stunning more would be good. I mean, it'd be solid. Do I ever build your favorite... Excuse me, game? I mean, that's what the middle path sniper is, right? This guy? But it's chimps mode, so he doesn't generate gold, so that particular upgrade isn't very good. Yeah, chimps mode just takes it away. Although I think technically the upgrade still does something. Let's see. Supply drop. Drops a crate full of cash. Regular attack also damages lead balloons. And increases shrapnel popping power. So yeah, it does do something. That's tier 5. That's tier 5. Which, doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. Like, if we could actually get to that. I'm kind of wondering if I can afford to, skip the spike factory that we've been buying. That saves about 3,500, almost enough for another middle sniper. So we'd have 3 middle snipers. Okay, 9 just does this. It's round 9. I can get to it. It'd be interesting to try. Because the damage would be pretty nuts if we had 4 snipers. And we made all of them stronger at, like, the tail end of the game. Now, I'd still want to get that Icicle Impale. Because the Ice Impale would be pretty cool. But we can afford to skip out on the Spike Factory now that we're getting the earlier Bouncing Bullet. Although it does change the symmetry a little bit, that's not such a big deal. I feel like at one point or another we've tried everyone's favorite monkeys, so might as well give it a shot. Hey Catsby, what's going on? I like that emote. Infecting you with my terrible strategies. Terrible's a strong word. Let's not be crazy. It's not like I'm slapping a mortar down. Now that's when you know I've gone off the deep end. Unless next batch they buff mortars. Then I'll take back everything I said. Then we'll just consider that part of the Erebam time-traveling lore. Is he was picking mortar monkeys because he knew that what was coming in the future. I'd actually love if that happened now. That'd be hilarious. I'm very interested in the patch notes, even though some people have already told me some of the stuff that's coming out. I'm not, you know, I still don't know anything until I see it in an official patch note. Air, land, sea, and time. I believe I have thrown in time sometimes when I say that to him. I think I've said that before. Okay, 19 is glue time. Or glime, as some people have said. Of course, now, in a certain way, you are the master of land, sea, and air. Because that's the literal name of level 8-2 in the Arabam Adventures, the first time we made that. See, that level was originally made for a one-level ROM hack that we sent to Mitch. Just to have him do on stream one day. So technically, you've literally mastered land, sea, and air. The level name. Well, I was about to say, you do cheese it. Which, you know, is perfectly fine for becoming the speedrunning champion of the game. But of the level, maybe less so. Maybe less. I kind of wonder what would happen if I skipped both spike factories and just went crazy with bouncing bullets. Like nuts. Would we get to both in time? Bouncing bullets are very, very, very good right now. Because Geraldo can sharpen them. And when you sharpening stone the bouncing bullet, it sharpens all 3 shots, and they all do more damage, and they shoot pretty damn quick. So yeah, I'd say that the bouncing bullet is probably the best one right now by far. You still kind of want a top path for the stun on a map like this where it's very short. Pretty much want to stack any types of stun you can find. But once you have a stun, you can't really use more than one stun. Not effectively. Thinking about it, I kind of wonder if we could get one discount village and then a bouncing bullet. I mean, we ended this thing with freaking $3,000. Then we wouldn't have to buy glue. There'd be a lot of stuff we could cut out of the build and still end up with kind of the same late game. Let's see. Yeah, I've got to get camo detection on this guy, which is something I would not have to do if my guy was a bouncing bullet. Just throwing that out there. I forgot to buy glue on 43. That was embarrassing. I was thinking so hard about 42, and then I just forgot 43 had stuff to do. "42 is the answer." I don't know if that's true anymore. Yeah, that didn't look good. But I'm used to round 9 just not working sometimes. Don't mind me. Just, strategizing. Stupid 9. It's better not having too many times. Neat. Alright, Mom. See you soon. What the heck, 9? Let me have this. Let me win. Some of these early rounds are just, not easy to make consistent. Mm. A Bleach reference. It's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Same thing. I think you just disappointed a lot of people. In a funny way. None of these should be taken too seriously, so... in that way, they are the same. Better than yesterday. I don't know what makes it better or worse now. I don't get it. Maybe arrested more than I thought. Maybe. That's Popsicle. Not gonna pretend that's not Popsicle. This weekend was pretty relaxed. The most, activity I had was at Kanga's house. Which was a reasonable amount of activity. But it wasn't like crazy large amounts of activities. Really fairly normal amounts. Alright, here we go. We're trying something a little new. Now, some of you will say, hey, you always buy a sniper, it's just in a different place. It's true. But that's not the whole crux of the idea. We're gonna do this the Gadian way. See what happens. Well, we're going to try to use more snipers and less spike factories, is the short version of it. To do this, I may want to pickle this guy early. Can't believe they're handling 36. Yeah, frankly speaking, I'm a little worried about it. I died on 99 to a single regrow blue, just slipping through. That's essentially what happened. We're just gonna do this, actually. Actually, popping this thing pretty good. Screw it. What? Oh, I could have stopped that, but... Oh, that's not what I want. Restart! See, now we're doing something a little experimental. Yeah, I waited too long. I wanted to see how much I could pop it, but I didn't think that they would slip out like that. Or I didn't think one would separate itself from the pack that far. That does show that we can get a very early bouncing bullet. Yeah, I know. I know. I've never done that strat before, and I wanted to see how far it could get. You know? It's all hindsight when you guys say it after it happened. You could have said something before it happened, and then it would have meant more. Shh, easy to say now. We'll never know what you really thought before we did it. Because it's already after. I did have a strong feeling, though. That was not a good idea. There's some truth to that, Mom. There's some truth to that. And if this doesn't work this time, we're just gonna go back to the old stuff. Because the old stuff was clearly working. I just wanted to kind of get to our heavy hitters a little earlier and see what happens. It's like, what if we had one of our strongest towers that we get in the entire game slightly earlier? Yeah, it's good to try things out. It's just, it does set things back a little bit, because, we were on track, you know? Wonder if this angle is going to change anything for the sniper, since his shrapnel does stuns as well. I think 35 is when we pickled. If not, I don't mind doing it one early. Jesus, some of those are flying so fast. Alright, so this time we do it early. And then we're on 41. Sitting here like, okay, what's next? What do I do? Crap. A single red slipped out. I don't know if you guys saw that. Well, the problem with getting a third sniper then is the position. I was trying to get the alchemist so that both of my snipers would attack faster. But I think to do that, I should skip the black hat and go straight for the double alchemists. I will do one more. One more the Gadian way. Because I like that early, sniper situation. We completely skipped glue on 43, which is normally something we have. So, you know, who knows what would have happened if we had used one glue instead of two. Still, no, it doesn't exactly save us money. Instead of getting the glue, we are getting our bouncing bullet for $200 more because the bouncing bullet isn't as discounted when we buy it, because we don't have our villages down. But that's not terrible. It's just a little bit, you know, just one of those things we're adjusting. Just a couple, but we're trying something like wildly different. Well, not wildly, but you know, fairly different. Just for a couple times here because somebody gave me the idea to try it, and if it doesn't work this time, or if it doesn't go to like late game this time, we're gonna scrap it and go back to some older strats. More reliable ones, anyways. But we're trying to go for a faster bouncing bullet. That way we don't have to buy as much glue and pickles. Although, we are buying a maelstrom. That's kind of a... We're maelstroming on 40 because we don't really have anything to pop the mob. Oh. Still should glue on this round. How you doing, Sleeping Turtle? It's good to have you. Always nice to have a good sleeping turtle on my side. We're also going for alchemizing the sniper that's gonna be our stunner, so that maybe he gets more stuns off. You know, that might help. Well, I wasn't using a maelstrom until I was trying to get bouncing bullet early. But bouncing bullet's so good for 40s. It's hard to not, you know, want that. I don't like it though, because it's like $500 is quite a setback. But, you know, occasionally it seems like it could be good. Obviously, you know, other people have found that it's good. Otherwise, you know, I see lots of people doing it. We can still get one discount village. In time. And we pickle her, the druid on... Well, usually we've been doing it on 35. Well, it's a double-edged sword. It costs money that never comes back. Which kind of sucks. But, you know, the The reward is decent. You know, we're not really making very good use of the Alchemist. Maybe we just do both. We're Maelstroming 40, so... Why not double? I have a feeling we'll still make it to... Yeah, we still made it. That saved us a slight amount of money. Okay. Okay. The issue with that... No, the mail spot was okay. I mean, seemed fine. The issue is that the bouncing bullet did a lot less damage without its alchemist, which is what we skipped to try to discount everything. I could probably have gotten the purple hat sniper. That might have been enough. That would have popped it way sooner. $1,600 something like that. Maybe 2,000. It was 1,600 after buying the Maelstrom. Gee, at that point, it makes you really think, like, maybe I should just buy, like, a freaking Mob Mauler. That's there for the rest of the game. And you can upgrade it into the little thing that you can use on the bad later. I actually kind of like this strat, though. Even though it's totally different. I like the theme that we're going for here. Yeah, I think the play is a purple hat sniper. Hey, people, leave me alone. I'm streaming, don't you know? People never know I'm streaming. Friends of mine not watching me every time I stream. The insanity. So Sleepy Turtle, you seem like a pretty cool dude. Are we gonna lose you when we start doing Mario more than Bloons again? Eventually that's probably gonna happen. A lot of people here came for the Mario, and they stayed for the Bloons. Which is quite remarkable in some ways. It's a drastic shift in streaming content, for sure. Let's go ahead and drop the glue. Those pinks that I worry about, sometimes they just slip through all defenses and they just murder. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's true. I think, though, that the fact that those happen at a totally different time mitigates some of the... I mean, it's a different crowd that's online at that time. A lot of the time, anyways. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Night vision. Oh, that's nice. It would have been fine if you had said no. I would have understood completely. I have friends who play stuff that I can't watch. Like, we obviously love the Arabam here, but Dark Souls is not my thing. And he's been doing a bunch of Dark Souls recently. I still pop in. I try to pop in, but it's a matter of if I'm giving a pop in or if I'm sticking around, you know? You hate Pokemon? That's just... You can't say that on Twitch, Mom. They'll put you in some sort of gulag. Yeah, I've always really liked the retro games. Or rather speaking, I never grew out of the retro Nintendo era. Me and Kanga actually have a conspiracy theory that Nintendo purposefully started making games less good on purpose because they realized how timeless their games were and how people would keep playing them for like the rest of their lives. Like, here we are, like 30 years later, and we're still playing Mario 3 and Mario World. They made those games too perfect, and so people aren't buying their new games. So they started making games slightly worse. They didn't go all out, you know? They didn't make just bad game. They're easing us into the new paradigm. But someday, we're just gonna wake up, and there's just gonna be bad video games. As far as the eye can see. Alright, so I could probably get the Alchemist to give the tier 2 buff, or I can get the Purple Hat Sniper and possibly glue. No, it's too blue, too blue! Anyone else really sad about that? I am. I was a little sad. You know, there's a really stupid way that we could fix that. But we're so much better off with snipers that early than spike factories. It's such a cool idea. Just this stupid. It's this round 40 though. Round 40 is such a bear. Actually. Thinking about it. A shooty turret could be good. Between bouncing bullet and a shooty turret. That's actually a pretty reasonably large amount of damage to grouped balloons that are that close together. Oh god. We forgot glue. We put glue here and there. It's in a better spot for the mob, too. We could try it. Alright, that just kills you. So that's not good. This whole thing started because I thought one of my spike factories was useless. And it's kind of derailed, and actually, thinking about it, huh. Maybe using the old strats, but instead of the spike factory, we just get an alchemist. Could be better. Oh, I forgot to buy the stupid sniper. I was thinking too hard. I was playing around with my camera today. You know, just doing random stuff and seeing what happens. And I turned off the lights in the room just to see how much it affects what it looks like. Surprisingly little. You'd be surprised at how little it changes the look of the room if I'm just in here in the dark. Or at least how little I'd change, at least. We ran out of One Piece, so we had to start showing White Smoke some My Hero Academia. And I forgot that show was really good in the first season. It's been good catching up on that, or revisiting that. It's been years. And people are still messaging. Jesus Christ. I hate group messages because, like, if you don't have time to talk to someone, then you just wait to answer. They don't keep sending you messages. But if you're in a group text, people keep seeing messages and they keep replying. And you just get like every 5 minutes for the rest of your life. Yeah, group texts are the worst. And there it goes again. Speak of the devil. Oh yeah. It's amusing to me. It's like, oh yes, this infamous text years later. That time Jason had a baby. Can't pretend it's not an important event, but the text went on for too long. It's gotta end. I know Big Man's family, they have a group text that they have going just 24/7 every day. I was like, that would stress me out. I'd be so stressed. Couldn't handle it. It's like the only group chat that we have that I've been able to maintain sanity keeping around is the Bloonatics chat. And people hardly even reply on there, so, you know, that helps. A lot of just emoticons. Memes. I mean, people reply when you need them to. It's like, oh, are we playing Bloons? Yes, we're playing Bloons. But, you know, if there's like a meme, it's usually just reaction shots. But that's the way I like it. If you can get Geraldo in discount buff range, all of his items should cost less. After the patch, not now. Like, that should be an offset to all the nerfs. Because they're giving him so many nerfs, they should give us that little beacon. Big Sims patch, wow. What's in it? Tell us the deets. Alright, so we're gonna go for got him. Oh my god. Yeah, that was not good. That shouldn't be that unstable. Probably. Go ahead and give him shrapnel. Okay. Damn. Yeah, 47's still too hard. I think that we just do the old strat. And the one thing we change is skipping the second pineapples. We get the first pineapple. We skip the second pineapple. Well, the good thing about pineapples is that I'm not doing anything shady to, like, win round 40. Is they just naturally beat round 40, you know? I do have to buy quite a bit of stuff in the the early 40s though to make that strat work. Yeah, it's very low effort. Very Bearcat Grill. What's going on? We tried a Gadian strat for a while, and Gadian strats weren't working out, so we're going back. Although we're taking an aspect of it, we're gonna try it. You're putting together a Lily scratching post. So you're turning Lily into a scratching post for Dean and Sam? That doesn't sound appropriate at all. Jeez, Bearcat. A bald strat. You mean the strat was bald? No, it's not bald! Ah, a scratching post for Lily. Okay, you missed a word in your statement. Confused the hell out of me. Now we get it. Now, it wasn't a bad strat. I mean, there was... part of it was really cool. I liked the idea. I just, I can't make some of those, mid-40 rounds work. 47's really tough. Although I guess I could have treated it, you know, more like I was before and bought just more glue. Oh, gotta glue. Only the chromest of domes. The realest of Gadians. Now, there is some validity, too, to trying, Gadian's favorite boomerang with Geraldo. There's some incredible interactions there. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I was like, am I still doing it this way? And I am. Because one thing I'm changing, based on Gadolinian feedback, is, a little bit of what we're going to do on this left side. People love it when I make up words. I get it. It's funny. That's why I do it. I like it. It's for me, mostly. I'm glad other people enjoy it, too, but it's mostly for me. See, normally after we get our bouncing bullet sniper with an alchemist, we've just been going straight up for a second factory for balance. But do we need that? I don't actually think so. I think we could just get by getting our second bouncing bullet sniper. Ugh, I have to do stuff tomorrow. I'm not going to be around, unfortunately, during the day. Really, I should be doing it tonight, but it's super wet and gross outside, and my foot still hurts. I might just give it another week. I got a really bad rain for a little while. Not exactly the torrential downpour for... Well, it was kind of a torrential downpour, but it was very brief. It happened while I was grilling again. I decided it was sunny outside when I put the charcoal in the grill. I do that during lunch because I'm like, this takes more effort, or this will take some effort now, and I'll split it up, you know? I'll put the charcoal in at lunch, then when I want to make dinner, I just light it. But then, whenever I do that, my charcoal sits in there all day, and then God has time to create a thunderstorm. Like, oh, there's Jabham again. Trying to grill. I think I'll ruin his day. Not that my day's been ruined by it. No. That seems like hyperbolic of some sort. On me! Wait, oh my god, I need glue. Oh my god, I can't believe we survived. That was so bad. Alright, alright, alright. We will survive. My meat wasn't very ruined, though. It did get rained on a little bit, but, you know. There's a lot of moisture on the outside of the steak when you finish cooking it anyways. Not really a big deal. Oh no, wasn't a lost cause at all. Yeah. Thank goodness, right? Let's see, 49. Didn't quite get there. Break! Break! No, break! No! Okay, it got... I can't believe that made it. That green looked like it was coming out. Oh! Have to give me a heart attack every time. And, of course, dead. Of course, dead. I guess we could have gotten the stun right then, because we were able to afford the bouncing bullet halfway through the round. Technically, yeah, that was possible. Yeah, we should have gotten the stun. That's what we should have done. Oh my god. I'm thinking too hard about other rounds. That's one good thing about having just like a stable strat, is that you don't lose on early ones anymore because you're just lost in your headspace about later stuff. You're like, let me just follow this formula that we've been playing to now. Okay. Yeah, those spike factories by the end of the game are doing basically nothing, so it'd kind of be nice to switch them out for something that does a little more oomph. Alright, that was lucky. Normally I buy one of these turrets on that round. That's interesting. A name I have not seen in quite some time on my Steam. It's amazing how far you can get with just this. Like, just these towers that I have right now, as they stand, can beat through round 36. It's pretty wild. It's too bad round 40 is such a pain in the neck. Round 40 being a pain in the neck is just, like, ruining our ability to, have some sort of semblance of normalcy for this map. Ooh. Ooh, I just had a very interesting idea. I don't know if it would work. It would be very interesting. So instead of using, remember we had about 1,600 bucks after using the Maelstrom on that other strat we were using. What if we had a Wizard Monkey with a Firewall at the end of the track? And then we could turn that into a Necromancer later on. And that's a lot of changes, so a little tough for me to conceptualize total what would all go into that, but basically it would replace the Spike Factory, I guess, is the replacement, with a Wall of Fire. Wall of Fire, I think that scales better, to be honest. I think there's more scaling, because you could get a Necromancer if you're really strong and pure of heart, which I don't think is normally what you would describe for getting that type of thing, but here we are. Okay, glue. Necromancers have, they've worked for most other challenges that we've faced in this game. Generally speaking, it's a good answer. It's a good point. I was looking at Necromancer stuff today for D&D stuff. I've got a campaign that I'm writing for several people who hang out here. Kanga was helping me come up with some cool ideas, you know, throwing in some fun stuff. Character creation is next week? I am not prepared. Well, I'm prepared to help make characters, I suppose. I am not prepared with my story, though. Sadly, I'm lagging behind. I wonder if I could just... I mean, everything is going to be... The idea is that we have everything kind of in that, in this area. Well, no, the ice monkey at the end wouldn't get discounted. That'd be tough. Yeah, that'd be tough. I don't think that we can do it that way. Well, we could do it like this. This would make it easier to do one of the things I'm considering for later. Oh, crap. Well, screwed up. Uh-oh. I hope B-Squared isn't having too many health issues. Basically, I'm just, I'm not saving as much money as I was hoping to. Shouldn't be that bad. Too much balloon. Yeah, been doing way too much ballooning. This is ridiculous. This isn't even appropriate. Alright, so if things go off the rails, kind of got to be ready to, Alright, we can stun now. Not bad, actually. Uh-oh. The wrong monkey's getting the alchemist buff. Alright, might as well just keep him. Hey, Pods, what's going on? Are you being podgety? Good boy, Potty. Good boy. Everyone agrees. You're cute. You're cute. They've all seen it. They've agreed. Alright. Alright, game. The game does not like me experimenting. Alright, one last experiment with the Gadian strats mixed with the Necromancer strat. Then we're doing one more attempt, at least, with the original strats that were getting us consistently to the 90s. Buddy, what are you doing? You being a cat? Good boy. Round 9. He's acting deathly afraid to take, like, one more step closer to me. He wants to be pet. He does not want to be picked up. He's very clear on that right now. Oh, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. We're friends. We're friends, little buddy. Pet with my foot. Now that's just ridiculous. Then I have a cat that smells like feet. No, I'm just kidding. That would be fine. What do I care what he smells like? I can barely smell. Okay. How luxurious my feet will feel. I didn't consider that, Mom. I didn't consider that, did I, Potty? I didn't consider it. I didn't consider it. Good Potty, buddy. You're very good. Come say hi. Exactly what he didn't want happened. But this is Potty, of course. He's a little putty. Oh. There we go. We put your foot somewhere safe, and now you are less crazy. He's got to feel like his feet are on something. Okay, buddy. Come down slowly. He's terrible about being put down. He's a good little putty. Not very kind to strangers, though. Most of the time, he doesn't even come out. There are people who have been to my house multiple times, year over year, and they still do not know, or they still cannot confirm that Putty actually lives here. I mean, for all you guys know, it's a very clever graphic made by AI or something. Yeah, my parents saw him when they brought me home from my my ankle injury, but only in the window before we went through the door. Well, my mom saw him because we lost him, and I made sure that eyes were seen on him before they left. So my mom found him under a bed, I believe. He's stupid and always accept hiding. And emotional manipulation, Kanka. Clearly he has the ability to pull at the heartstrings when you need it, when he needed to. When he needed a place to stay when he was living on the streets. He made himself look pathetic enough that I took him in. Aeronautical D. Bamington III. We were just talking about you earlier. That is a remarkable coincidence. How did you know? You know, maybe we don't need the pickle if we use the one guy. But here we are. I like that Arabam. We got to 99, yeah. We're actually changing the strat though, so we'll see if we can get that far again on new strats. But if we fail this, then we're doing the old strat, which consistently gets to 95. After 95, we haven't been too consistent with what we buy. We've been trying different things because we're trying to get through the last stuff. Alright, we bought pickles this round. Yeah, we're just going straight for the bouncing bullet because I just don't I don't trust it. I don't trust what we're about to do here is gonna come out to the right dollar amount. Yeah, the steel one's gonna become a camo sniper as well, but a very different kind. We're gonna try to do something like this. Probably not Prince of Darkness, actually. I don't think we're going to make the money for that. Okay, apparently I don't even need what I had there. I went way overboard. I tried to use Spike Factory. That's actually what we stopped doing just now. Ooh, that looks scary. 47's a tough round, so I'm watching slowly. Okay. I am surprised by how long that little fire thing lasts. Okay. Regrow purple's camo. That actually makes sense because regrow purple and camo means the firewall didn't do anything. All right, we're using traditional means. Fully embracing the old strats. I mean, it took a long time for those other strats to start coming together. Some of those other things might work, but very difficult to get going. I'm glad Putty isn't mad at me. He's still sticking around in the room. He's still being Puddly. Good boy. Thanks, buddy. Nice headbutt. Use the wizard instead of the third dart? We can't afford that. The three dart start, I think, is the only way to do the first round. Because you can't afford anything else. You can't cover all the entrances with two. This is the only tower you can buy 3 of. Now, the cool thing about something like Impoppable, or one of those game types, is since you at least have free dart monkeys, you can, in co-op, you can just drop a bunch of free dart monkeys, and then you at least get to buy something early. But in Chimps mode, no. Nothing like that in Chimps. Doomed. Doomed, I say. Now, a wizard instead of the Spike Factory doesn't sound insane. Maybe not as good initially, but if we can get it to Necromancer status, then it would be solid. Druid out the jungle. They generate at the furthest point from the entrance. So, what happens when there's multiple entrances is some of the balloons spawn from the furthest of one entrance and some from the other. So, like, if we put a wizard right here, for instance, then some of the balloons would spawn right here, and they would move this way. And some of them would spawn up here and move this way. So you'd get some of both. They're actually very good little towers at killing ceramics. Which happens to be something we're not doing well with. But by the time we're getting to that stage of the game, they'd be a really weird purchase because they don't pop mobs. The west wall. I think that we're just going to try it the way that we've been doing it to the 90s. And we're going to try to tweak the 90s and see what happens. The only thing that I'm considering is not getting the genie on 91. Because we can get the Icicle Impale on 91 instead, now that we've saved enough money to do so. And if we do that, then there is a chance that we don't need a genie until 94, which just gives us 1,500 more dollars that we didn't have before. You can't go wrong with that. Whew. I did not use my pickles, which normally are needed on that round, so that's kind of wild. What? 40? That hasn't been the problem for a long time. Every once in a while, though, one of the pineapples gets placed behind the mob after it's past the tower, and you have one less pineapple. It's just super unlucky. Can happen to anybody. Must be. Yeah, the only way to use a helicopter, and I have seen a good use of the helicopter on this map, is if you manually move it yourself and you get the fast engines. So if you get the middle path 2, well, you get the middle path 3, and you get the bottom path 2, and then you have to move it manually yourself. And it knocks back ceramics, which is kind of the best thing you can do with that. Yeah, I try not to do that. I try not to have anything in here that is going to be too intensive on the person. Like, the worst thing that I do is buying towers mid-rounds. And I try not to do that often. Or I try not to make a strategy where that's necessary. I try. I feel like we could get more Geraldo shooty turrets, and that would help. But I don't know when to buy them. If we had more shooty turrets, then we probably wouldn't need the double glue on 43. But we can only afford one turret with the amount of gold that you save. The shooty turrets, though, they have excellent pierce. Like, the line they shoot, it only does 1 damage, but it hits so many balloons in the line. So they're great against... 15? Why? Haven't had that problem before. Maybe I shouldn't talk about things like that. Well, these shooty turrets are actually pretty good. Dead right after buying one. Arabam, did you read the new chapter? We can't spoil anything, but I want to know your baseline reaction to the insanity that's happening. How did a red get through? Jesus Christ. 8 is being so weird lately. 8 and 9 are now, like, completely destabilized. You did read it? Nice. I can't believe how many faces we got to see. Like, big faces. Or bases. That chapter was just jam-packed full of, like, fan service, basically. Yeah, a little bit, except that a lot of it was happening pretty darn close to where they are. Like, more close to where they are than most people would probably think. But it looks exactly like those chapters where people are, like, all over the world doing stuff. It just happens to be that a lot of those people are close by now. I got a miniature leak, though, about what's in the movie. And I gotta say, I know there's precedent for what's about to happen, but I'm a little disappointed by what I heard was in the movie. Again, there's precedent for it, so that should I should let you know. But still, it's different now. One specific character, huh? Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was that one. Something about that does seem weird. Something's going on that we're just not privy to at Erebam. Something's happening. Especially since, like, we know the people that that person knows aren't, like... They don't seem in on it, whatever's going on. If you know what I mean. Maybe I know what you mean. I mean, everybody seemed as surprised that that character was acting different as we do. Well, I guess one of the people in his vicinity was very okay with his strange behavior. Gonna be a good time though. We've had to switch over though, Erebam for our anime nights. Bearcat and White Smoke are completely caught up on the anime. Except for 2 episodes, because they came out since we caught up. Yeah, we've had to switch to My Hero Academia. Well, My Hero Academia on nights that White Smoke's around, and Baki the Grappler when White Smoke's streaming. Or not streaming, but disposed in some way. We already have Bon Clay news. That's the crazy part. We know exactly what he's doing. Bon Clay took over the Okama Kingdom inside of Impel Down. It was in a cover story that they never put in the anime, though. I don't think Bearcat is going to read the manga. I think she's just going to wait for anime to come out. It's been years, though, since you've had to wait. Okama Chameleon King. Pretty close, Kanga. Closer than you'd expect. Oh, that's not what we want. Alright. Well, they've been knocking it out of the park for, like, 2 years straight. Which is kind of nuts. I mean, they were always doing pretty good, but the quality of animation has just gone through the roof lately. It's absolutely insane. It looks like a movie every week. Don't think I don't know what you're doing, Kanga. You're agreeing with good things and disagreeing with bad things. I see it. Trying to pull one over on me. Yeah, by the way, Airband, with Geraldo out, this is by far the best sniper. And it's not even close. It's messed up. God, Usopp. Getting in. Whole Cake wasn't that bad. I thought the Marineford War was the most messed up. Marineford War had some really terribly animated scenes. Every once in a while. Most of them are fine. But every once in a while. Well, I don't think it mattered at that point. I think people were invested enough in what was going on there that they wouldn't have minded anything. That fight was just so good. It could have been completely botched by the animators and people still would have loved it. I don't think it's huge. I agree it exists. My go-to example for one of the most poorly animated fights that people still love is Bui versus Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. That was terrible animation. And people still love that one. Oh, you didn't see Yu Yu Hakusho? That was probably the first anime I watched after Dragon Ball Z. Because it was on Adult Swim. A red? A single red got through. That is so frustrating. We had just gotten our stunner. I mean, there wasn't much else to do. I do not understand why that's happening. Freaking round 8 is not supposed to be hard. Had no problem with that for years. All of a sudden, it comes in, does what it wants. Kanga art streams were fun. I thought those were good. I know that it's probably hard to concentrate, though, doing art in front of people. She really did kind of sell out to World of Tanks, but that's fine. Ooh, interesting. Perfect. Haxter said exactly what I was hoping he would say to a specific offer that I gave him. That's basically what's going on. This is, somewhat surprise stuff, though. Can't reveal what I've got going on here yet. People in the chat need to be kept in the dark on this one. That's a good point, Kanga. I suppose you are limited in that fashion. Yeah, although I wonder what you could do with your Starlink if you put it on some sort of, like, buffered upload status. If you put it up to, like, 15 seconds of buffer, I think it might work. I think there's a way to do that, too. Technically speaking, I'm pretty sure we could also make one. I mean, these are all just using RMTP. Is that the protocol that's used for uploading streams? We can make our own RMTP server and have that server feed into Twitch. And we could have it buffer automatically and just have Kanga on like a 30-second delay. I mean, every once in a while that internet just completely disappears, but that's, you know, that's a problem for future Kanga. By the way, Kanga, I know your secret. I have deduced a truth about you. You have carefully hidden from the rest of the people here. I know how you watch Twitch. I know. No, she would never do that, actually. That's one thing that we can completely write off for Kanga. She is not on the toilet, yeah. think that you've... I don't want to give it away to other people. So. Oh boy, that was close. I think Kanga knows what I'm talking about now. Alright. It's because this wasn't for you guys. This was for me. It was for me to have fun with Kanga. It's not on the toilet. The one thing we can all agree on. I will say, though, at one point, I believe I was outright lied to. I believe that may have happened. Okay, 47. Oh, if only. That would be neat. It's a good guess, Araban. It's a good guess. It's not true. It's a good guess. A $4 million yacht. That's an expensive yacht, Kanga. Should you be spending your money that way? Is there some lore I'm not aware of? Starting to feel him out of the loop on something. Another single red. What the hell? Something's been very weird. Since we switched back. War profiteering by a tiny amount. You know, it's hard to not war profiteer any if you're just investing based on, you know, the reality of the world at the moment, you know? Like, you know, if somebody heard the moment that we were going to proxy war with Ukraine and they just put a bunch of money in, like, short sale oil stocks or something, like, that's technically war profiteering, but you're just saying, I think oil's not going to be worth as much tomorrow. Is that really... war profiteering, per se? Yeah, I think so too, Kanga. I think there's a little war profiteer in all of us. Oh, also, there was something I wasn't supposed to tell you, Kanga. But I think I'm going to anyways, because I think it'll be funny. A, robot that plays chess broke the finger of a, child that it was playing against. So, you know, the robots are after us. I was told I should not tell you this. The point is, Kanga, that the robot wanted to hurt a child. The AI is coming after you, obviously. As long as it's okay. You have taken that stance. This is who you are now. Back to here. Now, if everything goes normally, Jesus. For your putty talk, you about to start cursing us out? Alright, 950.
Alright guys, I'm Putty, and I'm in charge of this joint now. We're gonna beat some balloons, and you guys are gonna see it. I think the elevator saw this last time. I think he's seen this, he's not unfamiliar with my puttiness. You know, my puttiness. But, here we go. Okay. Do we have investing tips? Fuck no. I'm a cat, Bill Cat. I do cat things. You know, I like to hunt. You know, I like to lick myself. You know, it's putty things. Super cat like Super adorable. Extra spuddly. That's who I am. I'm Putty. It's weird. I know, it's weird. Sorry, guys. Fuck you guys.
Jesus, Putty.
So we had really big problems getting this to round 100. That seems to be the goal. You know, I've analyzed this. Cat analyzed it. And it seems to be the goal is getting to round 100. Josh seems to be having trouble, so we're gonna give him some cat strategies. You know, little cat strategies. And we're gonna see if we can fix this. We can fix Josh's horrible, horrible blunders. Cause, you know, Josh is kind of, he's a good cat owner, but he's kind of, you know, a little, fuck Josh. You know, not a lot, but, you know. Let's not let him get away with stuff. You gotta be harsh but fail. Cat harsh, cat fail. All that stuff. You know, he's pretty okay. Overall, objectively, fairly okay. You know, it's better than the streets. I used to be in a gang. I was in a cat gang. Oh, hey, Jawaki! Jawaki, what are you doing here, buddy? Oh my god. That's some Jawaki right there. You'd be a good boy, Jawaki. You're my friend. The wrong cat approached. Hey, buddy. It's weird to talk to Jawaki in potty voice when he is right here asking for love. Hey, Jawaki. One day I will get that Employee of the Month plaque from you. One day. One day. You can't be Employee of the Month forever, Jawaki. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Oh my god. Am I crazy? Is this wrong? Oh my gosh. Your pulling is very engine-like. Very much like an engine. Josh. I'm trying to say hi to them too. Not just Putty. No, fuck that, Jawaki. Fuck that, I got here first. They paid for me. They paid money. It's my time to shine. Jesus Christ, Putty. You're crazy. You're crazy. Putty's a little crazy, Josh. I think he's wild. Little too cat-like sometimes for my liking. Fuck you, Jawaki. Fuck you.
Jesus Christ, Putty. Tone it down. He's your brother.
Well, brother is a strong term, Josh. You know, we're not blood related.
Buddy. Good boy. It's 5 minutes. I gave you 2 voices, too. I gave you a whole conversation. Until we meet again, putt-putt golfing games. Now you get Zaraki, though. I mean, Zaraki's actually here and being cute. Thanks, buddy. He's being an actual good cat here. Hanging out. He's like, I missed when you used the microphone that I used as a toy. I understand the impulse, Araki, but better for everybody now that you're not playing with a microphone on my chest all the time. We try not to do toy. We try. We give it our best jab shot. Sometimes it happens anyways. The toy count streams, yeah. Now we give away toys in the winter, at least, you know? That's a toy count that, you know, most people can get behind. Rocky, don't slip.
Sorry, Josh. Almost slipped.
If you slip, you'll hurt me a lot, I bet. That's what you do. When he slips, he grabs on real hard with his claws. Bearcat, we doing any shows after this, or since we did some last night, I figure maybe we're not. I'm not sure. He thinks Rocky. Thank you. Oh, there's Rocky. That was a little distracting. Not gonna pretend it wasn't a little distracting. What? I've never seen that on 71 either. That is so out of left field. We haven't done anything for 71 in ages. Let's see, we've got this guy, we've got this guy, they're all correct. We've got that, we've got this. We weren't missing anything. Yeah, just, that's never happened on 71 before. Alright, guys. I think that's it for tonight. I have a barbecue to go to on Wednesday. So, I think tomorrow night might be the last chance we get at this. You know, I was kind of hoping for it tonight, but we did a lot of experimentation trying to switch things around, and there's some good ideas for, you know, if we have to completely reinvent the strategy later. I think that there's some avenues that we could go down that are pretty cool here. But yeah, for now, I think I'm gonna be done. And I'll see you guys later. Let me see if anybody is a good target for 7 viewers. There's quite a few people on, actually. Alright, let's send you guys to D to the 4th, who makes the Mario 3 crowd control software, and also made the Mario 2 editor, and a bunch of other massive technical innovations for the Mario community. So we're going to send you to D to 4, and you guys have a good night.